welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling quick coffee tip. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and join the ASM TechBase email list for newsletters and future updates. Hello and welcome back to another quick tip. I came across some paper architecture, so I thought, oh, let's have a look if we can do something like this in ARCHICAD. So I've got this first one here. I like to reproduce that similar. So just so you understand what we're doing, I have a section A looking that way and section 2 looking at the back of this. So section 1 I've got here, section 2 that way. Now I prepared a little bit of some lines. Let's go into section 1, which is looking that way. So this is this one here. So looking that way, I got 2 meters apart, just some lines for now. And I counted how many we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So that's 9 of those. This one, I'll show you what that is in a moment. And on A2, we got, let's count, make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. There you go. So I've got 9 here. What I did is to start with, if you look at the shapes, those ones here, I started with the shape at the back. I can't quite see how far down it goes, but it's I'm pretty sure it's going into the ground because I only got 6 pieces here and we got 9 there. So the first 3, they go round, down, and they go sort of into the ground. So I just did that something like this, similar. So I just used normal polylines, by the way, those ones here, because they're connected. See, that's connected, so I can move stuff around. And when you do it, you know, you can go like this, you see, and reshape stuff quite easily. If you go up here, just as example, the way I did it, you know, you do something rough and then you reshape them. Because they're connected, it's much easier than just use normal lines. So let's undo those couple of steps so it looks nice again. Okay, so you got this. I got that line around here to finish that off, and I'll take this now and drag a copy down. And we fill this up with a morph. So just space click and then we put that in. Okay, so that's a morph. If you have seen some of my tutorials, you gotta be careful. See, the morph is not quite smooth enough. So while it's still selected, you can go in here and smooth that a little bit. So modify segmentation, and we just double this. Click OK. And there you go, it's a little bit doubled. All right. Cool. So I've got this one here, and that's obviously a flat plane for now, but let's go into 3D and make this a thickness. And I like to select this and just make this 100. Okay, so we go this way and you just put in 100. So that's 100 thickness. Great. So that should show up there. See, there we go. Let's move it a little bit that way. And if I now go to my A1, which remember I'm looking that way, I should be able to see this. There you go. It's down here. That's fine. Let's move it up. Okay. So this piece is this first piece here. Okay. So I can now move this all the way to there. Actually, I like it on that side. Let's make sure I like it on this side. So that's my first piece that way, and you can see already why the green line. I've got the green line here because I want to then obviously create the first ones here. So let's go that way, and I copy this one over here, and it's 2 meters. So go there, the x2 minus. So I've got 2 meters in between here, 2 meters in between here. Take this down, and obviously you can see I'll just make this up now. All right, now we draw another line in between, and you do obviously just, whoops, I don't want another one in there. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, cool. Now, so this will look similar to this one here. If you feel like it has to straighten out a bit, let's straighten it out a little bit like this. And we might have to move this even further down. There you go. By the way, you can see this is going over there, and to make this connect exactly, I can move this up and down in a moment. All right, so in this case, actually, you know what, let's move them up a little bit further so we can have the first one already connected there. See, perfect. Extend those down. Probably don't need to, but it's just nicer to work like this. So I've got this, and I just can copy this one now because we got 3 of those that end at the bottom. So let's copy another 2. Okay, so we copy another one. Oops, obviously I have to go there and go there. All right, maybe before I do this now, see, you have to adjust those. Now how can you adjust them exactly? That's where this comes in. We actually draw now also this one in 3D. So maybe copy down. I copy it because it won't otherwise find the space click. See, if I go to the morph now and I want to do a space click, I can't really get that one big piece, but here I can. Okay, again, it's going to 3D and make this a thickness. We take this, and again, I want this 100. Great. Down here, it should be on the ground floor somewhere. There we go. And we move this. Just move it that way somewhere into the section A2, because you can now see it will be there somewhere. Okay, so we move that up. Okay, so that's this one here. Okay, now we obviously have to go to A1. There we go. That's where it is. It's actually quite good. It's totally correct in there. So, as you can see now, we always have to move this one down. Now, what you want to do is, if I just take this down, I'll show you what happens. If I move this down, it's going to 3D. So what happens now is, I move this down, and obviously that's no good. So you need to stretch it down. That's the difference. So let's undo this step. And we need to stretch it down. Now have a look, sometimes we can't stretch in section, but let's have a look if we can do this. So take this one, select it again. You can see all the dots here. That's sort of the polygon. So I really need only to go from down here, there, and try to stretch it down. Let's see if that works. Yes, it doesn't do it. I didn't think so. Okay, not to worry, we just do this another way. So we take this one and I copy another one. Let's copy this over here. There we go. Now, all we have to do is we measure, not a problem. And maybe I should even do a quick dimension for you guys. Much easier to see what's happening. So I'm going from here, there to there. That's just roughly. Okay, and I go from there to there. Okay, great. So it's 2, let's make it 2 400. That's good. And we go now to the other section. Okay, so this one here, very simple. What you do is, let's go downwards. We copy one, and all you have to do is you go like this, and you go Y 2400 minus. Okay, let's go back to the other one. What else we got here? 4336, make it 4350. I like round numbers. So we take this one and we drag this one down even further, and with the marquee tool, by 4350 minus. There we go. So we take our morph, select them both to make them a bit smoother by modify and double that. There you go. Let's go into 3D and we give them some thickness. All right, maybe I can do that together. Let's have a look. Ha, yes, there we go. Great. That's where they are. So let's have a look in which section. Actually, you know what? We can easily take this and drag that up. There we go. This one too, drag this up. And we go to the other section. All right, so now those ones we don't need. Let's just delete them. And we look for the ones I'm just in now. A bit hard to find. Let's go into 3D. Where are they? Yeah, they're on top of each other still. Not to worry. So just move them over here for now. So this one has to go there. See, it's going down. That's why you work in sections. It's nice. All you have to do is now you move it over here and move this over here. And as you can see, they will fit perfectly. Going down, going down. There we go. Right, let's move this one into place, which is, you know what? Yeah, we need to do this one too a little bit more. Better smooth. There we go. And we go to the other side. We should have this somewhere here. I think, yeah, there we go. Let's move that there. Is that the way it looks? I think it does. Have a quick check in 3D. Yeah, looks maybe similar. A bit longer this way, but that's okay. We can always stretch this if we want to. Great, now we go back. And we need to do now, if you see the next ones, they actually go longer. So you got those three, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one here is going down all the way to there. That's why I did this one here. So the best way is now, because that's the lowest one, let's drag this down. Okay. We just delete this, don't need this. Okay, so if I do one now, that's cool. Let's do a morph. Select and make the segments more smooth. All right. Okay, great. Let's move that one up to there in 3D, and we move it that way. Just roughly, because I'm working in the section, as you know, make sure it's there with the shift key. And we go and have a look. Yep. Oh, no thickness yet. We do need a thickness, otherwise it's not gonna work. Okay, let's go back. See, now we got this one, seems to be the next one here. Again, we have to move this down, so let's do another dimension. So I'll take it from here to here. 6 meters sounds good to me. Okay, so back to our other section, which is down here. And we go y6000 minus. Oh, that was not very good. Now actually I have to do it that way because we have to adjust it now. That's the way it goes. So you have to adjust now this one here. See, move up. Probably can close this. Yeah, like I said, I make this obviously up while I go along here. So look, that looks not too bad, I think. And we do this one again. And now the thing, unfortunately, I have to do it twice, but that's just the way it has to be to make it look the same as we have our reference image. No big deal. Okay, in 3D, where are we here? Let's move it up to there, and you can just move it to there. Delete this one. And we got our first full blade all the way here. Okay. Now let's go back here. So that blade is this one here. As you can see, we just have to keep going now with those blades down here, and obviously they will have different shapes. So with the rest of the blades, it's pretty much the same, so I can show you the finished product. Let's have a look. You can see here, that's the way it looks after. It looks pretty much the same as the reference image we had to start with. Okay, so we can move on to the second one I like to show you now. Okay, let's have a look at this second one here. That's a little bit easier. So I start off with just the circle at the top there. Let's have a quick look in 3D. That's my circle. And then I start my first blade. For this, I go into any of the sections here. Let's start up with A2. So I'm going to A2 and I draw with my morph. I drew my first blade. Now to again, I think like last time I should really copy this and put this in here so we have a better guide. There we go. Okay, so you can have a little bit of a guide how they should look. Okay, so I've got the morph here. Take this option of the morph to draw and we draw our first one. Let's start here and go down here like that, and you go up and you can see if you look here they're wider down here and they go thinner at the top, so we go a bit thinner at the top and they look around that. Okay, great, so that's our first blade. Now let's make this a little bit round, curved, just like there. Let's have a look again. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think we might have to move over a little bit more, like this. It looks a bit more curved like that, to be honest. Okay, and then we go over here again. We have a look at the top. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, great. So before we continue, you see we can increase again the segments a bit. There we go, and we just hit OK. Yeah, great. Let's go into 3D and we have a look and just give this a thickness again. So we make those ones 100. Okay, and we go to our floor plan and move this in place. Let's move this in the middle of this line. I just make a cross line here that will help me in a moment to rotate them around. Okay, how does that look in 3D now? That looks cool. Now we got to move them a bit and make them look a little bit that way. If you use this arrow tool with the morph, you can actually select individual polygon points or segments of the morph. Select this, let's turn around, because if that is not gonna work, then we have to use the other arrow tool. But I think this should work. So if I go up here, and I should be able just to move that one. Okay, as example, going here, and you click hold, and you move. See, and you can move along the line here. I moved a little bit. Let's have a look how that looks. Let's go over here. Yeah, see, it starts to look okay actually. Now what I like to do is I also like to move the bottom one. Okay, so let's go here and we move the bottom. We go there, select this one and we select this one, and we should be able to move the bottom to a little bit. There we go. So let's click there. And it moves quite nicely actually. Have a look, see? See how it starts bending? So obviously I just sort of make that up. Let's bend it about there. Now let's have a look. We go back to our paper one. Yeah, see, it has to bend a lot more. Let me do that quickly. Okay, so this looks pretty good now, and we go down, and now you can start rotating them around. So that's up to you, but make sure you have a little gap here to fit the other ones in. So I would think I'll take this. Oops, gotta go to the different arrow tool now to select the lot. There we go. And we rotate this around. And we rotate this around. Okay, so you go to rotate to path and increment, spread and increment. I do this one. Look, like I said, I'm just sort of designing this a bit. So let's go there, there, and I just sort of make this up. Let's have a quick look at the distance in between. Yeah, that will not be bad. Not too bad. There you go. So just go around like this. There you go. That looks pretty good. Okay, if you go back to there, that's not bad. Obviously, you know, this is a little bit different maybe. Again, you can change this as you need. Looks a little bit wider, and this looks thinner. Let's make this 200, and let's have another look. See, it looks a lot more like what I've got here now. Over here. Yeah, good. You know, let's make this even 100. Looks even better. Perfect. Now, the next one is you select everything. Make sure you don't select any of your sections. And I just drag a copy over here. So that's a full copy. And what you can do is now, because it's all selected, you didn't need obviously the cross, but it doesn't really matter. You can now go here and just sort of reduce the height and the size of it. You can see we make 3 pieces. So let's make this 50% and click in the middle here. And we'll reduce this. It's a bit small. Let's undo this step. I think I have to do a different one. Let's do 66. And we do this again. Okay, then you do another copy, go over here. So I used 66, let's do 33. And you click again. Great. So let's group this, and we drag this into place. So you rotate this, just roughly have a clue what they did here. There we go. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Looks a little bit in there, and we take this one, drag it over here, and we rotate this. And let's have a look. Oh, nice. It almost worked. Look, that's fair enough. I really thought that would move down too, but look, that's at least it did change the size of the circle. So suspend the groups, and I mean that's pretty easy. You just move them down. Okay, let's resize this so we get closer to our reference image. Okay, that looks good. Let's draw a quick slab at the bottom. There you go. I think that looks pretty cool. Didn't take long at all. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip showing a bit of paper architecture in ARCHICAD. See you soon. Bye for now.